love Nar Shaddaa. This is the place you get everything you never knew you wanted. The only laws are the ones people make with bribes or blasters. It's good to be home again.
Nar Shaddaa is your homeworld?
I was born in space, but this has always felt like home. There's a Hutt here named Drooga who has a prototype starship engine. We need it to find Nocdrayan's fortune. Drooga and I made a deal. He'll trade the starship engine for that caged beast.
No job is simple when a Hutt's involved.
Drooga is far from the worst Hutt I've dealt with. When he gets crazy, just smile and nod. Drooga's hosting a giant moving party on his pleasure barge. It stops periodically at different locations. Right now, it's on the promenade. I sent Drooga several messages, but he never replied. You'll have to make contact the old-fashioned way.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Don't worry. Drooga's feasts are elaborate 40-course meals. He's probably too busy gorging himself to bother with a hollow. Before you go, one more thing. I know there's a price on your head from Rogun the Butcher over some business on Ord Mantell. Word on the HoloNet is, Rogun's personal bounty hunter is here on Nar Shaddaa. His name's Zank Helrott. Watch out for him.
You think Zank is here for me?
It may only be a coincidence, but better safe than sorry. The sooner we finish our business with Drooga, the sooner we can be someplace Zank Helrott isn't. Have fun at the party.
Situation is like navigating an asteroid field.
Hold, you Hutt-slaying scum! The cartel demands that you pay for your crimes. Listen to the Wookiee boast of his murders. This monster has slaughtered entire Hutt clans, but his reign of terror ends. Before he dies, he will know true fear. We Kaleesh warriors swear it by our blood.
That Wookiee's not afraid of you, pal.
Keep back, you idiot! That beast will tear your head off, just like he did to Nordro the Fearless. His claws are stained with the entrails of many. His bloodlust can't be satisfied. Warriors! Kill these scum!
Whoa, Captain. Don't get so close. Thing's liable to tear your arms off and beat you to death with them.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Tell that to the reptiles littering the floor.
What's your story, Bodar?
Kapatonga, Chisa Bijawongi Chikadoko. Nabiska Kurbalia Biti Bodenya.
I don't believe in unfair fights.
Nesubulgomba, Omugitusta Parawanga. Chiliska Chanagawani, Chikospa, Inikudade. Kipuna Maletota Odmishka Kabano Tasema.
Life's full of disappointments, roly-poly.
Boka, Tektalia Shnek Grula, Woska Kwapot Nuta. Va Fopaji, Wanda Umpa, Murira Pampawula, Ji Tokaliska, Chanaga, Umpa Kombatni.
You made a deal, Drooga.
Gadwachine Oiga, Anulio Opa Kisa Spita Perupa. Kulira Dongangi Konga Strong Jidompa. Pomicha Kulka, Dumaji, Taus Azalas Uval.
How can you shoot me down when I'm being this charming?
Nabiska Kulbalia, Biti Bodenya. Putura Musta, Wogranik Tampio, Dupushi Wampa.
We overheard your conversation with the Great Feastmaster. Drooga can be most fickle. You have our deepest sympathies, we are sure.
Is there anything we can do about it?
If you seek to conclude your business with Drooga, use his fickle nature to your advantage. Returning Drooga's female beast would rekindle his interest in yours.
You're sure about that?
We have observed the Great Feastmaster in past dealings. Drooga is always most captivated by what is easily at hand. Look here. This holo recording was left by the thieves who stole Drooga's female Shanjaru. It may interest you.
When will the Hutts learn that nature's creatures are not for their sick entertainment? So long as innocent beasts are victimized by the decadent slave masters of Nar Shaddaa, we will fight freedom for all life.
The woman continues like this for another 3 hours. We use her recording to lull ourselves to sleep at night.
She's a real windbag, all right.
We are grateful her discourse is not the equal of her passion. We need our rest. The woman is a wealthy Republic senator's daughter. She violently opposes all who abuse wild creatures. She spends her father's wealth hiring mercenaries to fight her war. They maintain a base nearby.
Sounds like I should give these mercenaries a visit.
Should you discover any useful leads, bring them to us. We will happily assist your search.
Kapatonga, chisa bijawongi chikatoko.
We will dock this pleasure barge at these coordinates. Find us there. Good hunting.
I can't believe what you did to those Kalish. You're the bravest man I've ever met.
I was just trying to impress you, sweetheart.
This party has been a lot more exciting since you walked in. My name's Azalea. My father owns a corporation on Corellia. He and Drooga are partners.
The only person I'm interested in hearing about is you.
Me? There's not much to tell. This is my first time here. I thought Nar Shaddaa would be more glamorous. I haven't met anyone I'd consider pleasant company. Until now.
I feel the same way as Haley.
You're very sweet. Not like these other people at all. Father asked me to pay my respects to Drooga. I hope I see you again later.
You killed those men! What kind of monster are you?
You're no mercenary. What are you doing here?
I'm a warrior who saves lives. Momi and I are going to change the galaxy together. The Shanjaru is gone, and I'll never tell you where Momi took it. I'm ready to die for my cause. Are you?
This has all been a huge misunderstanding. I'm trying to help you.
Oh, no. Momi must have hired you to transport the Shanjaru off Nar Shaddaa. I'm so sorry about those mercenaries. You came to the wrong place. You're supposed to go to Laje's. This datapad explains everything. Take this too. It's the least I can do after all this. I can't stay here.
Unbelievable. One of these days you have to teach me how you do that.
Tirka, I'm leaving you in charge until I return. Leger says there's a way to smuggle the Shanjaru off-world. We'll return the poor creature to the wild where it belongs, and show those scum they can't exploit nature on our watch. I'll return from Leger's as soon as I can. Freedom for all life!
At least we got a name. Maybe that blue-headed fella at Drooga's knows this Laje.
Come on, let's head back to Drooga's.
Lead on.
We are so pleased to see you alive. How goes the search?
A woman who stole Drooga's beast took it to someone named Laje. Ever heard of him?
Chiliska tananga ime chaicho ronchika. Ikunamo ubanjoralipa istingo.
You are one messed up individual.
Kutsinanchie jatomi ma kechu.
Do not despair, O Great Feastmaster. We will find you suitable entertainment. Drooga must be more gentle. He forgets the Wookiee is collateral. When the gambler repays his debt, he will expect his Wookiee returned intact.
What happens if the gambler doesn't pay his debt?
Then the Wookiee becomes Drooga's property, but let us discuss your information. The Senator's daughter has made a critical error trusting Laje. He is no friend to her. Before the Empire imprisoned Laje in Shadowtown, we purchased some of his beast experiments for Drooga's pleasure. Ghastly abominations.
This guy must be really evil to get imprisoned on Nar Shaddaa.
He was considered too depraved, even for the Empire. That should tell you something. If Laje has Drooga's beast, it may already be too late. Shadowtown is extraordinarily dangerous, but you must hurry.
Klas kanuta, plano kaspurta.
If you find Drooga's Shanjaru, come to these coordinates. Goodbye.
And hello. The name's Zank Helrott, Captain. I'm Rogun the Butcher's personal bounty hunter.
Is that a man or a hover tank?
You like my armor? I polished it for this occasion.
I hate to be picky, but right under your elbow, pretty dingy.
You've got a talent for digging holes with your mouth. Rogun says I can bring you back in pieces. Hope you don't mind. I've got some new weapons to test. You've got a half-dead Wookiee for a sidekick. Guess beggars can't be choosers.
I don't need help killing worm-ridden filth like you.
I'll teach you some manners before you die.
Are you alright? Did that horrible man hurt you?
I've got some bruises that could use kissing.
Oh, we'll see what we can do about that. Father finished introducing me to Drooga. I'm glad that formality is over. Drooga stared at me the whole time. Never said a word, only licked his lips. It made me so uncomfortable.
Maybe your beauty stunned him into silence.
You think I'm beautiful? Is it getting warm in here? Oh my. I can hardly breathe.
We could get away. Just the two of us.
Really? I'd love that. I have my own private suite. It's quiet and comfortable. We could go there.
I'm right behind you, gorgeous.
I'll hang around down here. You have fun, Captain.
Follow me. Goodness, that was unexpected. We hardly know each other. I've never done that before.
Thanks for the thrills, Azalea.
Thrills? I hope that's not all it was. I feel a connection between us, don't you? I'd better explain my absence to my father. I'll see you again soon?
My beautiful children. You killed them all. Why?
You have something that belongs to Drooga the Hutt.
Please, kill me.
Captain, it's that girl from the Hollow. Momi Andrell. What did the sick filth heap do to her?
Leger used me for experiments. Did terrible things. I'm dying.
He'll pay for what he's done to you.
I don't care about revenge. Don't let him keep that beautiful beast. He's sick.
Silence, test subject. The Shanjaru is invaluable to my research. I need it. The species displays evidence of evolving sapiens. I must unlock its secrets to engineer my perfect life form.
Slaves! He wants to make slaves!
Smart beasts that comprehend complex commands and perform multi-stage tasks. What the buyers do with them is their business.
Why did you experiment on this poor woman?
I certainly wasn't about to use my children. I have no desire for hostilities with Drooga or his agents. I extracted genetic samples from the Shanjaru. They'll have to suffice. The beast cage is a programmable repulsor-lift vehicle. I'll send it to Drooga immediately.
Drooga only wants the Shanjaru so he can eat the last of a species!
And the Hutt will have his meal shortly. There is no reason for more violence.
What you did to Momi is reason enough, you filth.
How can you take her side? Her kind would leave us rotting in ignorance.
The Shanjaru's genetic samples are the only way to save the species! Get them from Leger!
Wait! I'll pay whatever it takes to keep these samples. Leave me in peace so I can finish my research.
Hand over the genetic samples and run for your life.
Take them! Blast you to the void! I was so close to a breakthrough!
Thank you. Take the genetic samples to the Senate Tower on Coruscant. A researcher named Daruda can clone the Shanjaru, repopulate the species. It will be my dying legacy.
Leger injected me with awful diseases. Incurable ones. The pain is horrible. I don't want to live like this. Please. Kill me.
Your father is rich, right? He can afford treatments to help you.
Maybe you're right. I'll try. Thank you.
We are so very impressed you survived Shadowtown. Congratulations.
Did that female Shanjaru fly here?
The repulsor lift cage made a dramatic entrance during the 27th course. The Great Feastmaster was excessively delighted by his female specimen's return. As we assured you, his interest in your Shanjaru was renewed. Drooga has already contacted your associate to arrange the details.
Our Shanjaru will be there shortly, Drooga dear.
You could repopulate the galaxy. Give the beasts a second chance.
Love to, but I need to install that prototype engine. Maybe next time?
This fancy new engine, what's it do?
It's a sublight engine optimized for extreme gravitational environments. You can read the manual. It's a date, Drooga. Come see me when you're ready to lift off, Captain.
The Wookiee's final performance begins.
This is gonna upset me, isn't it?
You have affection for the beast? Unfortunate. The gambler refuses to repay his debt to Drooga, so the Wookiee is now property of the Great Feastmaster.
This isn't entertainment. It's an execution. How much to get Bodar off the hook? Take out, Bodar. I'll pin that Gundark's ears to the floor. Bodar is under my protection. I want you to join my crew.
Where do you plan to bunk him? I'll bet he snores like a busted pod racer engine.
We do not understand the value you place on this beast, but we will see to it he reaches your starship safely. We bid you farewell. It has been stimulating.
You were just going to fly away without saying goodbye, weren't you?
What are you doing here?
I tracked down your docking bay number. I knew you'd come back here eventually. Didn't the hours we spent together mean anything to you?
Those were some of the best hours of my life.
Then why are you avoiding me? We should be together.
I don't want you getting hurt.
I understand. You lead a dangerous life, don't you? You wanted to protect me, and it was too painful to say goodbye? That's what you're trying to tell me?
This is for the best, trust me.
I'll miss you. Take care of yourself.
Just in time. I installed that new engine for you. Want to take it for a spin?
Where did you learn to be a starship mechanic?
At my father's knee. He was the best. This prototype is really something. You'll find your ship is a lot more maneuverable. I noticed we have a new addition to the crew. Wookiees are always good for extra muscle. Is this one friendly?
His name's Bodar, and he's as sweet as they come.
Really? Because an angry Wookiee can come in handy. It's funny that a Hutt is helping us find Nock Drain's treasures. Nock used to terrify the cartel.
I didn't think Hutts feared anything.
They didn't, until they met Nock. 20 years ago, Nock single-handedly killed half the cartel members in a single night. No one ever figured out how he did it. The surviving cartel members gave Nock control over an entire galactic quadrant as a gesture of respect. The Hutts never took it back.
Who runs the territory now that Nock is dead?
The crime bosses who tried to take over all died under mysterious circumstances. We're closer than ever to finding Nock Drain's lost wealth, Captain. Let's keep up the chase, shall we? Someone's calling on the ship's holo. Probably a fan. Be a darling and tell them I'm out.
Momi Andrell sent me. Said you could use these genetic samples to repopulate the Shanjaru.
What? Let me see them. These samples are amazingly detailed. I don't know who you are, but you've saved an entire species from extinction.
You should rename them after me.
Interesting notion. I'll, recommend it to the Galactic Species Preservation Society. I'll start working on these samples immediately. Thank you for delivering them.